Welcome back to Bosnia, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 5. And when we say Bosnia, it is no longer the County of Rama, but the Banate of Bosnia. And of course, our old venerable leader, Branimir Tezalović, which he was the last Bosnian Slavic pagan ruler before he converted to Christianity. And this is his new wife, which honestly I forgot her name, but then again, it's probably not too important to him compared to, what happened back there. And this is the son and heir, which he will be elected. And yes, I said elected to be the next Ban of Bosnia. And mind you, Bosnia is not an independent country. We are a vassal to the also newly created Kingdom of Croatia, which we happily serve under. Because we are happy that we're going to be protected by Croatia from Byzantine interests or anyone else's. But we will defend Bosnia's interests, as well as to reunite the realm during times of succession, especially the way the election's going to go. As this is my son and heir, Vladislav. That's what he's going to be going for. So let us join the Ban Branimir on his last years of his life. And we do mean last years of his life because he's 66, he is poor and ailing, so he could go any time. And this is in a feudal elective monarchy. So we voted for Vladislav, the eldest, because Ninoslav, who I originally voted for him, well, he decides it would be preferable to him because, well, it's diligent and ambitious, that's the reason why. And he likes him personally, which they're friends, which is a good reason for that. So what is our mission so far? We have united Bosnia. We control almost all the land except for Donja Kraj, which we had to give it to Ninoslav because I can't hold much more, even though we would also give away Krajina as well. But also we have interest in expanding the Bosnian control to the south to the Banate of Zachlumia by taking these two areas in the future, which will happen under Vladislav's reign, if he can get Bosnia together again. And subsequently that the control of this southern route, except for Zachlumia proper, and Ragusa as well, which again, they're all parts of Croatia. But, well, we would love to extend the Bosnian culture to, we're currently doing that for the western provinces, which is Croatian-speaking culture, but however, we want this area to be all Bosnian, and then eventually move southward and make this culture Bosnian as well. But, well, we can't get rid of the Greeks because it's Byzantine territory, which they haven't had any chance of. Well then, that's not going to look good in this record. We know they do primogeniture over in the Byzantine Empire. Born in purple. So, he ain't doing well, but if he's in a dungeon, that's worse. Yeah. Anyways. And also there's this ongoing conflict against Great Moravia, which I ain't going to intervene. No way, no how. But what we'll do is, we'll just sit there, make some money. Which we do make plenty of good money in the realm. Especially here in Visoki, because of the development. It's development 10. But the development did increase a little around here. Back then it was 5 for all of this. Except for Verbas, which has the worst, it's the poorest area of Bosnia. And another reason why we are interested in going south. The further south you go, there's more development. More development means more taxes and more levies. But we're not encouraging development right now. We're encouraging or promoting the Bosnian culture, to get the Croatian parts to be Bosnian, and subsequently spread the Bosnian Church, also known as Christiani, into these counties as well. But in the meantime, I will spend the rest of my years in domain focus, not wealth, because of limitations. Would be nice to pick up this one, because we have a habit of building up stuff now. That's what we're investing on. More buildings. But I will pass soon, and Vladislav will take over. Yes? Invite knights. We'll get knights in the future. Now, let me find a spouse for you to be betrothed to. Because if we want to add more renown, we need more living members. Because we would love to get up to the next level of splendor, which is insignificant. So, for a person such as yourself who is intelligent and comely, hopefully look for one with good inheritable trait. And no inbreeding. Maybe. Well, we haven't had this yet. Well, Alex, you gotta start young. You know he's a young man. Don't go looking for women. May never know somebody in a Tezalović family that someone's gonna get all these traits, and we would vote for that person to do so. Alright. Why would I need 10 gold? He needs that gold. You know, to add more to it. Although she's intimidated by me, despite the fact that she is my liege. Too bad we never used that weak hook because the opinion was too low for it. So let's, oh yes, save the money for simple earthworks. All we need is 8 gold in 2 months' time, and then in 5 years, then this will be a much defendable castle here in Vysoki. So that way no enemy can take this capital, as long as we're alive, and also faster control growth. It's another good thing about it. Work on it. See you in 5 years. Now don't spend any more money. And we know nothing much is going to happen, so... Culture clash. Most of the commoners living in the county of Rabas are of Croatian descent, proud of their traditions. It does not sit well with them that they must serve a foreigner, like myself when my neighbor Count Avoya shares the county that shares their culture and history. From Vukova. Oh, here's a chance to adopt this to the Bosnian culture right now. Oh, actually, wait a second. Real quick. If it ups the chances. Yes, it does. Oh, by the way, where are you? Oh, you're Sistop, honey. Latin group. I was wondering what your name is and where you're from. Anyways. Well, teach them the superiority of the Bosnian culture. The culture of ours will change to Bosnian, and I'll gain 100 stewardship lifestyle experience. Alright. Now get as you were. So this area is now Bosnian, while we will try to convert to Christianity, which will take about 3 years. So now, after this low lucky event, so Donja Kraj and Krajina needs to be Bosnian now. It's reduced by 20 to the domain limit. And also all these buildings, which I would love to invest more in all these, so it'll be better for taxation and subsequently development in the future. Especially when we go further south towards Pagania. Which unfortunately that name is going to be stuck with because it used to be a land full of Slavic pagans. The Norrentine tribe. I got it confused with Taranto. The city is known as today. Back in the old Imperator Rome series. With Tarentum. Now also known as Magna Graecia. Let's do this again. But don't do the tyranny, so... Again, I never liked this man. Plus, he's feeling fine for a 75-year-old. Consider an extra little test of loyalty. There, a little bit more money for myself. No need for tyranny. Building a barracks in Banja Luka. Then, at least it's hills. Only 2 areas are the only areas where there's plains. Once it's finished building later this year, on Christmas Day in particular. Huh? Somebody wants to kill my knight, Priyazda. Oh dear. Who would do such a thing? Let's not have barracks innovation. Hey, what's going on? Oh, join an allies war. Go ahead. I'm not going to intervene in your matter. It's not your war. You're just helping out your ally. Wait a minute. You're heir to the duchy? When he takes it, not going to be around in the court. Get everything, and Croatia would expand to there. If this keeps up. Epirus wants Dukla. Which means Byzantine Empire is on the move again. Used to be Bulgaria, now Epirus wants it. It is certain that my courtier Philippa is scheming against my knight Priaz. I brought her here. Well, throw her in jail. And give me the money. Or we cannot. How much is it going to cost to dismiss? Ah, that amount of prestige. Never mind then. And executing will just... Well, we already know what the secret is. We can't banish her either. There's no such thing as a banish option. So she cannot be ransomed. And execution would be tyranny, so just leave her alone. Cutting cornerstones. Just this once. I don't have that long to live to get all the way to down there, so go for this. At a price. Hey. If mayors don't like me, they don't pay me as much, right? Well, you can't read that. So, doesn't matter. But how much... Actually, you could read that. Where can I read that realm size of a character? Oh, you're not an accountant. Yo, you'll be chance. Listen, I've been alienating the vassals, so go ahead. Oh no. Oh dear. I'm ill. Son, I didn't know you hurt yourself. Fan or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we're all mortals. As a this, I woke up coughing in the early morning hours. A dull ache pounding my head and throat. You seem to be under my weather, my lord. I know if there are no subtle remedies. Alright, listen, Vladislav. You're about to rule Bosnia. This is your chance to become at least a novice physician, just to up your learning skill. But you do have a very capable wife that will help you in these matters. But I'm about to die. So get ready to rule Bosnia. You are an ambitious one. So it's too late to caution. Try it. Vladislav gave me a draught which tasted most peculiar. It made me numb and my eyelids started drooping. I apologize, my lord, but you do not want to be awake for the next part, he said. Panic hit me when I tried to get up from the operating table, but my limbs would not obey. I thought it would be impossible to feel worse than I already did, but Vladislav sure proved me wrong. You wounded me and you castrated me. What the hell? Were you that intimidated to screw that up? As I said, it should have been Ninoslav. Because he's... Look at him. Holy warrior, military engineer. And just as capable of a wife. But he's a military man, most importantly. He already has 2 children. Branimir and Goislav. I could kill him right now. And I would become a kinslayer. And then subsequently die. And then the vote goes to Ninoslav, who is supposed to be the chosen one. Not him. That's it. That's punishment for chopping off my... You castrated me. I mean, he's good all around. That's why we chose him. If he can get over his wound, that is. He's feeling fine, so... That... I know I'm about to die, but... You die first! Anyways, who do you vote for now? Yourself. Okay. As it should be. Plus, you got money. Okay, let's look at the succession one more time. We know Ninoslav of Donja Kraj will also get Rama. Well, actually, no. His son will get Donja Kraj. Tomasz will get Vrbosna, his grandson. Branimir gets Usara. Miroslav gets Soli. Pavle gets Vrbas. Tomasz will get Zed. And Branimir for Krajina. Been robbed. Well, anyways. Well, you've done now. So, this is coming from this old barbarian Branimir. Well, here is one final FU. Mass execution. Because they can't pay. And there's the total kills. That's 14. And the wooden barracks is finished. Well, get ready to take over Rama. And you're the one that's going to unite the country. He was a lot of things. There it is. Ban Branimir of Bosnia has found peace in Christ's embrace at 68 years of age. He died from complications of a failed treatment. Once famous for his looks, fate cursed him with a life long enough to witness his beauty slowly wither away. And that's mostly on the inside. Ban Ninoslav ascends the throne, a devious and discontent soul. His rule will likely be filled with spite and intrigue. And that's at war, but with this piece of business we're not going to get into. Some earned more than others. But Ninoslav at 31. Of course, Nicola does not endorse me because short reign. But he can be convinced. If we can sway him on the side. For starters. Brother? Who's going to be my steward? Slovan. Croatian. And who's going to be the spy master? Gee, I don't know. We can recruit him the court, which will cost money, but he's going to be happy that we brought him over here. So this Saxon man is here to, to protect me from malefactors. And I might be appointed marshal soon for the Croatian Council. Which is good, because that's my thing. And like the father, he's a strategist. So, therefore, he's going to be a man of strategy. So, he will be a strategist like his father. And here's another thing about Miroslav, as he's currently wounded. He is diligent, he's callous, and he's deceitful. I guess that's what they mean by he'll do things by intrigue. And there's the Christiani Greek. Must have told her to convert prior. Probably not. So, the main priority now is to... I don't have all those claimants, so... I mean, I would love to get all these back to me, but... I don't stand to inherit anything. Like, if I were to get rid of him, it's gonna go to his brothers. What? No, none of them will go back to me. But I do hold Donja Kraja as well, where we're promoting the Bosnian culture there. And he's in the middle of a hunt, so his rule hasn't officially begun, because he's in the middle of hunting. I am riding ahead of the group as the hills suddenly grow around me. The sound's most powerful, and I struggle to hear even the noise of the horses' hooves. Just about to turn back to find the others, it glimpsed ahead of me. Blurry is in the dream. A heart white as snow. It's like setting a tail. I must have it. I folded the white heart into the hills. An almost unnatural silence hangs heavy over us, and the sudden sound of the voice startles me. My lord, there you are. I turn around to see my party having caught up with me. As I look back, the heart is gone. Yeah, might have gotten away this time. I will not rest till I know it. So I will not cast my vote until we see what will my brothers be voting for. And the nephew too. For starters, some like me more than others, including the ones who I'm called my friend. So god dang it, too many similar hairstyles. Let's be different here. Figuring out he's a handsome man, so... think. I guess that. And no beard, because once I get over from the wound, so I don't look as bad. I guess this is what we wear for the Bosnians. Also, your hair is too damn similar. Try to be different, will ya? No. Like that. Perhaps too short. There you go. Anyways. Yes, our power and tax is reduced, but I can hold 2 more holdings. And we've remembered Father's plan that he wants to expand into Zachlumia. Fortunately, they got big backup. They're way over there. But the conversions will continue, so... Alright. What are you voting for? That's the question. They vote for Miroslav, so what say you? So they say Miroslav. Okay. Tomasz, Clodomir, and Pavle vote for Miroslav, while Miroslav himself votes for Clodomir. Well, I shall cast my vote to you, and we'll see why. Why do you support him? Culture dynasty is brave. It's the bravery part, and yes, yes. He's a military man, but unfortunately he's a drunk. And he has no children yet. So let's just hope this does not get out of hand. But I don't think they'll rise up any faction against me. So, yeah, it's relatively peaceful after this change of succession. Marshal of Croatia. Thank you, my queen. That means is 36 a month of experience as the Liege's Marshal. One Duke of Counts. Peasant revolt. My cultures discovered ledger. And we do have current exposure of Ban. Which means after that we'll eventually enter into the early medieval era. So after we get this in 3 years' time, we'll work on city planning, because I like to have more cities and temples in and around Bosnia. We're voting for him. We can just give him the Bosnian throne easily. I mean, this is what father worried about, a quarrel between brothers. And based on the armor that I'm wearing, it seems that as... oh yeah, your Liege's Marshal, you are not the champion. Excuse me, knight. Get off that habit, based on father's words. Liberty won. I'm thinking about going on my very first pilgrimage. I pride myself on making sure everything is always accounted for, which includes making sure my soldiers are well provisioned. To this end, I should come up with a plan for ensuring my soldiers will always have the supplies they need in the field. Help me on this one. Increase chances slightly. Arrange a network of merchants to help me. After going through reams of financial ledgers, I was able to pick out a group of merchants scattered around the countryside, which I knew would be dependable. I made an offer to keep them on a retainer to provide any supplies Marine needs at a moment's notice. I'll ensure my commanders will always know who to go to when they need provisions. Now to skim a little off the top. There's the money. Let's have pastoral lands. And meanwhile, Bosnian culture is now spread to Donja Kraj. And only Krajina remains that is not yet converted to Bosnian. It'll be 5 years' time. Someone's plotting to kill me. Scheme's exposed, but Their chance isn't good. If I'm killed, Miroslav will take over. While my son will get Donja Kraj. Son Branimir. This is what we're worried about. A quarrel between brothers. I suspect it's possibly Brother Clodomir probably wants to assassinate me. Knowing that he's an irritable man. I think that's what he would want. Oh, he already endorses me, because we swayed him successfully. Get this under full control. Hit and run. Aspire to be a strategist. And somebody wants to kill me. And they're not going to drop that plot soon. I'm sure we'll find out more. Also, I need a new position, now that we have this money. Anyways, this world is full of dangers, even to a ban in this court. As per my requests, my servant have inquired after recommendations. Now they assembled a few options to choose from. 15, 9. Koyeva is quite experienced. Go for a local Bosnian then. Champions, knights, still good. Been doing it, cry. Good. Because, you know, we're trying to build these pastures. Upset over conversions from earlier. The task is done. Got this under our control. I'm about to have Verbas become Christiani. Stop swaying. Should start swaying the Queen, because we need to establish better relations. Or maybe. No, she's too paranoid and I'm too much of a bad guy to her. But at least give it a try. Even if we consider our relations to be strained. Okay, we can change the contract again if we wish to. Again, we prefer Croatia to stay strong, so I'll give them a massive levy contribution in return. But let's not do that right now. While hosting lords and ladies from the realms near and far, some opportunities to portray my liege Queen Vjekoslava in good light presented themselves. My lord, pray tell me who is the most gracious person you have heard of. Queen Vjekoslava, without a doubt. She survived syphilis. Even though she's a strange reclusive person who was into a bit of mysticism. Duchy of Istria. Oh. Oh, he's got ruling now. And which means whenever she passes, and he passes, Croatia expands westward. Of course, this would have conflicts with Aquitaine, since they have claimed Italy for themselves. And Asturias wants Aquitaine. Oh. Interesting. If there's going to be a test of my life, they will most certainly fail. I am out with my retinue in Visoki when the road twists and takes us close to the hills. It is there I see her once more, simmering in the sun, the white hart. I turn to alert the others. As I turn back, the heart's already gone. It taunts me. Ooh, that's close. I guess we'll go on a feast. Maybe this will improve relations with my brothers. Let us see who's coming to the feast. Increase taxes to me. Alright, what's the good? Unfortunately, this is going to be a small feast. It's just me, my wife, and, well, my brother who has issues with me. But he's got his father's bad side. Welcome, friends. Too bad my brother and heir to Bosnia is not coming to the feast, but as plate after plate of food is brought into the great hall, no mistakable storage suite. I smell. My agreeable brother, Count Clodomir, is sensitive to Polanders, something I sadly forgot to tell the cook. I bid you all welcome, and I pray to find a food to your liking. Don't want to rival with him. Get a weak hook on him. Yes. I know what I'm going to do with that exactly. Pay up. More money to the Bosnian treasury. My lord, the wine we cracked over the barrel has all gone bad. It has all gone bad. The feast is still raging. About the drink, the food, sure to do another full feast. Even though it's more like a private feast than a big grand feast. Plus, there's nobody here, so we all have to pitch in. Come on now. It's just a private feast. Don't make a big deal out of it. Everyone have respective homes. I'm proud to say that the feast was a success. I have my wife failed to think much of success. I feel nothing but gratitude to the guests all. Till next time. I recall she's from over there, so have a mutual alliance between the two of us for Bosnia's protection. Now thank you for the The walls of Yatse. It's over there. Doesn't have much of it. The delegation from Yatse slowly flies out of my private chambers. Our long meeting finally over. The petitioners beg for money to repair the crumbling walls of the holding, and I have invoked my lordly duty to help them. I drum my fingers on the table, pondering whether to send them funds. Good fortifications are hideously expensive. Of course, if the walls are crumbling anyway, I could always divert their existing stip into more personal matters. I mean, he's a thinking man, as you look at Ninoslav here, who has not recovered from his wounds of the past. Don't want to get over stress, so... Who's going to attack Donia Cry? So, It's going to be for 20 years, but it gets me money, but knowing that there's a good chance we'll completely botch the reconstruction and it's going to last for 20 years. Help? Uh, my Greek dear? Help? Okay. Now the chances look more like it, so I shall supervise the reconstruction personally. Oh, we completely botched it. Lately, it feels like I'm being constantly distracted by vivacious thoughts and erotic fantasies. Of all the hardships in my everyday life, it's all too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. These desires are clearly interfering with my life. What should I do about them? Huh? Historianism! That's the worst fate you could think of. But becoming rakish would be a little bit more intrigue and less diplomacy. But then again, I'm an intriguing man, so... Well, for once, a trip to the brothel will bring relief. This is going to cause a big drop on stress reduction. Ninoslav spent so much time in the brothel it has become his second home. There we go. Even though it's going to backfire on me pretty soon. Four years. This progress is actually a little faster up in Kraina. Well, we do have this one bishop, Kotorvaros. That's where the bishop is from. Looking for areas of what has the most holdings. It's actually down in Zachlumia that has a lot of room for more holdings. That's the reason why we have interest in going down to Zachlumia. If we can get our act together. Once we complete the conversions of these two, then we'll start fabricating claims down in Zachlumia. And so that way we could appoint a second Ban. The Ban of Zachlumia shall be a Bosnian, and subsequently spread the Bosnian culture and the Christianity faith down there. But we may never know who's trying to murder me. In 4 years' time, I will become a strategist. What the? Oh, it's for her to claim it, right. The commoner of Croatian heritage has been accosted in the streets of Visoke for some minor offense. By making a statement in their defense, I could perhaps convince my liege Vjekoslava, the equally Croatian of my good character, but I might risk alienating my Bosnian peers. The Croatians are good people. I just don't want to say this one, because I don't need that prestige. Just want to get up on the good side. And our culture find discovered menace, which adds more levy reinforcement rate. So it's going to be 21 years until the Bosnian culture finally makes its way, the early medieval era, to make its way into Bosnia. Whereas in other cultures, it's not yet early medieval for Croatian, not yet for Serbian, so the Bosnians will be the first. We do know that the Greeks will soon be making their way there. That's the reason why we want to spread the Bosnian culture southwards. So that way we can link up with the Greek culture and get some of their exposure benefits for us. Because Greeks are technically, what do you mean technically? Are more technologically superior. Whereas we're on a behind. A little bit. We do have exposure with Galvokind. We can't upgrade all the military buildings. 350. So we'll go for city planning next. It'll be 41 years' time. If we can spread more to the Bosnian culture a little bit. Up to Krajina. Then down to Zachlumia. To spread the Bosnian culture more. There we go. Good fortification. But we do not have a duchy building, which that's for the Boers innovation, which that's for the early medieval. It's too far away to be thinking about such things. Hey, don't even think about going to the brothel. It costs money. But however, I did say I would love to go on my first pilgrimage. I'm not exactly a pious man, but I'm a little bit prestigious. I want to hold 3 duchies, rather than go for the actual goal. For now. I hope you will continue to look for secrets. Like, we gotta find out who is the agent that wishes to murder me, because they're gonna get it. So wait till we reach 200 gold and I shall go on a pilgrimage. It's Countess Branimir, the wife of Count Clodomir. Is plotting against my knight, Fiesta. It's one of the best. That vile fiend. It's up for you to judge it, brother. Do not screw it up. A local mystic has insisted on seeing me. Upon being in my presence, he started wailing, and is that blood in his hands? The signs are not in your favor, my lord. The spilled intestines of a hen, the blood showed me your future. It's dark and full of death. It's ominous. Bad omen. All is fair. Many treatises has been written on honorable conduct in war. But those officers' lives weren't on the line when they put pen to paper. I've read poetry comparing the battlefield to a breathing person. That makes you wonder, can I manipulate the battlefield the same way as I can manipulate people? This is for chance increase. I'll trick my enemies into overextending. Broken dreams. I gather my retinue together for some war games. I'm eager to try out my idea of figuring a route to lure my opponents to overextending. Unfortunately, when my team attempted to try my new tactic, we were unable to hold our ground. We suffered a quick and humiliating defeat when enemies had broke through our line and caused our ranks to disintegrate. Everyone who participated in games now thinks that I'm a fool and wants no further involvement in my ideas. Maybe I should stick to conventional tactics. Now I'm known as the Foolish. Yeah, put that back to normal. If Branimir had a nickname, well, I believe they would call him the Terror of Visoki, because that's how he was known as for, his raids. But now they call me the Foolish. It's time for me to go on my first pilgrimage. Christiani pilgrimage. It is time for me to set out on my journey to one of the holy places. But which one? Very long? Long? Short? Ragusa? Or Osterholm? Oh, I know. Right here in Visoki. This is the holy site, so it's just a little walk. It's the cheapest option. As I prepare for my journey, I know that I will travel safely under the protection of God. Though I will not be gone for long, I pray for the well-being of the realm in my absence. It is time to depart. The world's shortest pilgrimage. It's just a walk around the hills outside of Visoki to go to the land, the area where Christianity was first established. Love thy neighbor. Among my fellow pilgrims, there was a woman who preaches compassion and fellowship until she reaches the topic of heathens. One evening around the campfire, she loudly declares them to be abominable monsters in the eyes of God, deviants and child murderers all. Most people avert their eyes when she looks at them. Tonight I was not quick enough. Do you not agree, Oban? There's almost no give or face here, so I'll just say I agree, and I would not trust anyone who came to their defense. This would increase the levy reinforcement. Hope I didn't insult you. Disdain for heathens. Okay, I did insult you. Indirectly. Talking about Catholics, Orthodox, pagans, and all. I am finally here, body and soul, at the great Hija of Visoki. As the Jed offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for God to bring me here at this moment of time. I have walked the holy path, and because of my faith mendicant preacher's tenet, I gained poverty's journey for 10 years, so holy order costs reduced. Which, by the way, how much is it to get a holy order? Not only you need a lot of money, you also have to have a kingdom and devotion. I guess for the future kingdom of Bosnia then. Task aborted. Oh, you've completed the conversion of Christianity for me. Now will you do the same? So my journey's been a long one. I've finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed me in how the Gosti and the Jedi treat me. I've undergone a journey of a holy man, and they insist it has changed something about me, whether I can see myself or not. It's good to be home. Alright, one more county to convert. And then after that, start fabricating a claim for Zachlumia. I was shocked when I caught Branimir trying to steal from the travel tests of the visiting Kolonimir. He blamed the game of another child had been it, but I could tell he was lying. You'll have to learn to get away with your lies. Keep that. See, it's good for you. It's for your practical survival. Boy, to be honest, I want to have more control for myself, but it'll cause tyranny to all the subjects. But wouldn't want to risk it. But I would rather just expand southward. Have these two for myself. They can keep the northern half, while I'll go south. My schemers couldn't be grave news. It is my brother, Count Clodomir, that's plotting to kill me. The chittering fiend. Well, looks like you've lost your land. Murder scheme on me is a bandit. Alright, that's it. He will not be in prison, so there's going to be a rebellion. Also, what the hell's going on over there? Liberty War. Damn, would that be a hell of an opportunity to fabricate a claim and take it for ourselves while they beat each other up. And they say he was born in purple. Oh, they're badly outnumbered. Definitely gonna have their crown authority, Lord. But they're part of the rebellion, so can't deal with the Greeks. We only have one ally. It's a small one, but it'll be fine. So yeah, we're gonna imprison that. We have to imprison my brother. Plotting to kill me is unacceptable. Stand here. It's the closest area. Raise up the armies now. Who's going to take command? Theodore Mihailovich, you will take command. Begin your march towards Srebrenica. War's declared. We failed to imprison him. Although I'm not leading my troops, so that's why I got this man. Though I will surely see many battlefields before I meet my maker, my library holds tales of war from 100 lifetimes. I've recently acquired a tome on the Great Siege of Constantinople. Which one? As well as a Time War scroll written in some ancient language. Who knows what forgotten secrets it holds. Attempt to translate the old scroll. I'll go for that. Even with the help of the dusty glossary, the scroll is reluctant to share its secrets, but I press on. As the night progresses, the most incredible story unfolds before me. The scroll describes the Battle of Gaza. Han Jin, commander of the Han, broke the enemy's spear by having his men sing songs from the enemy's native kingdom of Chu. Commander Zhang Yu of Chu escaped with a small force of loyal men, but in the end they were chased down and defeated. Well, I do need a little bit of learning, because you know the fascination. Focus on the translation process. Barely I know Han Chinese. Stop him. So my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, and I'm often disappointed. After a long day, I'm complaining to Kayla when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Who needs more? Actually, Bishop Nikola needs some guidance. Up the learning skill more, so he can do his job better. Captured Vertical, steward of my brother. Do you care? No? Well then, let's take it over. It's a good thing those defenses were never improved. It's gonna take a while. That means more land for myself. And of course, more land, we have to get everything under control. Of course. But with the score of 50, once we take it over, then it's a win. No, thank you. I'm putting my trust in my decision. Since I started my search, reports are coming in from all over the realm. People spotting a flighty white hart. To shift through the accounts and to sort fact from fiction is a huge task. If only the reports were more reliable. No, don't do that again. My steward will sort this. Go do something about it. Starving, sickness spreading. Let's break these walls down if we can. Next time, invest your money on increasing the size of the siege weapons. They're still cheap, you know. You don't lose that much money anyhow, so what the hell do you have to worry about? There's a breach. Well, we're about to get a little upgrade on the siege progress. Sappers. See? We got my brother. Okay. Yes, it's a win. Surrender your money to me. And you're going back in prison. So you will be in prison, and you have lost your land. That's what you get for attempting to murder me. This control will be fine. This is not. Just a moment. This is going to be lawless territory. More land for the self, more taxes, more levies. Marshal, do your magic. Can't execute brother, that would be kinslaying. And putting him in a dungeon is going to antagonize, well, that's actually just his family. I mean, he does deserve to go to the dungeon. It's attempted murder. I mean, he never carried out the plan. We found out before they even initiated. Now, all of Bosnia is of a Bosnian culture. Now, what about the development of the region? Because we know Rama is 10, Donja Kraj 7. 7, 6, 5, 6, 6. But it gets better when we go down south in the future. Hook. Hook. Money. No. Hook. Let me see your skills. Even though you've been in prison for a while. That's a maybe. But we already have good, talented people here. So you shall remain. I mean, I began to make a little bit more investments here, so let's have increased development in Donja Kraj, at least for a little bit. It's going to be temporary. You may not agree with me because I'm a tyrant and I've been cruel to you because I told you to go look for that animal. But clearly. Don't go hunting yet. And I would love to take advantage of this Byzantine situation. They're not part of the rebellion. Is Ragusa part of Epirus? Also, what's going on over there? Oh, now the Bulgarians are going to finish them off. So Serbia is now going to be part of Bulgaria. Only a tiny bit of Serbia is part of Croatia. I dare any of you try to assassinate me. Because if you don't... Okay, the bishop has stopped because they have successfully converted Christiani, thanks to Count Tomasz. Thank you. Now we can start fabricating claims towards Zachlumia. Which won't take you long. Holders of a different faith, so it'll be much easier. So, more land for myself. Coming right up. Don't even think about it. You want land for yourself? Oh! Oh my goodness. He's ill, he's eunuch, he's wounded. He'll get well soon, I hope. They botched the treatment and they castrated him just like what they did with father. And these old wounds of mine will never go away. Even though I have a bad omen, said the mystic. The art of plunder. I understand you are interested in deepening your grasp of warfare, Count Miroslav. Less hostile county. Count Miroslav was his approaching. I might be able to see the battlefield in new ways. He's well known for his mastery of the Shivaji. What? If there was one who could help me understand, it would be him. I wish to learn. To be a reaver, like my father. He never officially was a reaver. He was a man who knows how to have... He's an unyielding defender. Yes? No. Sorry. Life's hoarding. Let me seduce you while we wait for the claim to be fabricated. Oh dear. This can't be good. It ain't gonna work. So I need to lay with my wife at least once. I would love to have at least one more child. You're voting for Clonimir? You bastards. Why him? Oh, they all vote for Clonimir. Oh dear. Imagine if I were to die right now and then he takes over. I'd rather see him dead because He committed a crime against Bosnia. He's Dajice. That's what he is. A traitor. You're still stressed out. She's about to be whole of body, so she'll be around for a long time. Hell, she may outlive me if I'm not careful. Do you brothers really hate me so? Everyone appreciates a gift, but perhaps I could come up with something truly unique that will make a real impression on Ban Calais. She's a righteous atheist, and I don't know about that. Don't know about architecture. Maybe she cares about her family's succession. Or featuring a house crest. Thank you so much for the crested embroidery you gave me. I could scarcely remember the last time I received such a wonderful gift. Anything for you, Calais. I got a pretty good chance to play with it. My lord, this search of yours for a mere beast I've admitted worries me. Bishop Nicola approached me as I sift through reports of new sightings of the White Hall. Evidently anything that demands so much search could be sent by Satan, as if it is not the sound of the Lord himself. The heart is a messenger from God. You just might be correct. I'll be hunting later this summer. Today, with the passage of Clodomir in my dungeons, the future of Bosnia changed its course. We'll never know what kind of band he would have become or his. But what I do know is that what is done, and that Clodomir's story has come to an end. One tale ends, and another begins. I gained a little less stress because he was my rival. There was a commotion among the children today. Vjekoslava was attempted to preach his fellow youngsters and became target of a small fight. Branimir intervened and managed to stop the fight before he got hurt. Do not be afraid. Charge in when you have to. Be brave, son. Okay. A little bit of a mental break. But just hold on, alright? Don't even think about going to that brothel. It's a huge drop, but there's risks. Just wait till June. We'll go hunting in June. Nephew Radislav, son of Clodomir. Well-known end, but the reason why they're going against me is why. Supporting Radislav's cause. Claim diligent, content, like some scholar. One of these days I'm going to be dealing with all of you. Not even Miroslav, who agrees with me more, than my friend. Perhaps you... Are you more of a just person? No. Well, go back to your drinks. It runs in the family. Every month. Time to go hunting. I've scoured the hills twice over by now. Still no sign of game. Everyone expects me to return to travel with the trophy, but as things are, we're only looking for return in shame. The nearest market should have a heart. I'll spend little for it. About to spend more with this claim. Turn home invigorated. Claim fabricated. Don't go to war, sir, yet. Think of the possibilities, because there's this Duchess. Yeah, who's going to be a lot of trouble. Oh, she's a heretic. She might be easy to get rid of. Eh. Oh, what about him? Same. Anyways, let's see. Oh, I think she would read some pious. Thanks, Jesus. Entertainment. Let's be entertained. East of Indus. Alright. Good choice, Nina Slav. She says it takes a bite of a biscuit. I'm definitely gonna lay with her later on. Or we'll soon go to a feast. Now. Alright, who's here? Oh wow, even the Queen of Croatia has decided to take up her free time to come to Bosnia for this seemingly private feast. It's my nephew and my half-brother. My wife has chosen not to be here for at this time. Because, well, we have other plans. You know what I mean? My dear wife, Kala, has been working hard to ensure that everything about the feast goes smoothly. The food arrives on time, the guests are all seated in the right place, and everyone seems content. With Kala beside me at the great table, everything is ready. I squeeze her hand and smile at her. We rise to announce the start of the celebrations. What I would have done without her? I mean, she's not here to be part of the party, but she'll still be setting things up. What started as ordinary feast became exceptional thanks to the presence of Count Tomas. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects. These things we have, we seem a lot in common. I had such a good time with my nephew. Have a good evening. Just a bit of a higher opinion. Not friends yet. Oh, not again! Got the pitch in. So, thank you, Kale. So now I'm an eager rebel. If only you had the money to spend for the feast. My servants have been all sent away, and our beds been decorated with roses. As Ban Kale enters our chamber, she smiles hungrily and joins me without any hesitation. With the helps of hands, mouths, and limbs, we reaffirm the devotion we swore before God, perhaps in a more carnal fashion than intended. You're not past childbearing age yet, but let's just be lovers, because you really do help me with the diplomacy, stewardship, and money. So now we're definitely united. And to complete the piece of the puzzle, now I'm a strategist. Okay, here's an idea. Why don't we just increase the size a little bit? Then in a couple of years' time, then we shall go to war against Zachlumia. But the problem is Spoleto. Interestingly, they're heretics. They are dualist heretics. Brazilianism. What they are exactly is, there exist two kingdoms, one of light, one of darkness. Human souls were tend to conquer the kingdom of darkness, but were felled and trapped in the material realm. Among the humans, there were 12 patriarchs of light who failed to overcome the darkness. As they were split between body and soul, thus sent God, thus sent the Savior, thus God sent the Savior to earth. The ruler is death once again able to free the human spirits. They got a lot of sins and a lot of virtues. Gnosticism, which is what makes them dualist esotericism, and Christian syncretism. But however, to us Christiani, we view them as hostile. Hey, Priesta, go over there. Search for that mystic animal. We'll be ready soon. If only someone would declare a holy war against them. I mean, they're very weak. What are you waiting for? Well, they're about to have the win this, and perhaps the papacy should expand against these heretics right next door. I mean, they have not touched Latium. But this dualist faith over there is rather concerning. Count Miroslav is showing me ins and outs of the children. My trial is a final mock battle gets to show what I've done. Always do that when you have those chances come up. It's not much, but prepare the ranks. Miroslav comes right up to me. Impressive, he shouts. The enemy levies standing all at the mercy of my other troops. There can be little doubt that I've understood what it means to be brave. Learned so much. Damn. Put a stop to that. I'm never gonna get over my wound, but now, brother Miroslav, the good brother. He's the one that I voted for, right? Yes. Should have this for once. You may be deceitful, but brave and compassionate. Sounds more qualifications if you were to be a knight of mine. Another son. Right. Okay, we're ready for war. We're just waiting for them to get attacked. I mean, this is your chance. Any of these neighbors. Attack Spoleto. Here we go again. The best thing would be for me to get rid of all of my brothers as vassals. But we're saving up a bit of money. And don't forget there's a peasant rebel that's going to be coming. Shameful truths reach the light of day. My brother, Count Miroslav, had extramarital affairs with Slava Plavica. How could he defile the sanctity of his marriage? Never thought. And niece Katerina is foreign than them. That's son of a. He's a sinner. Well, you lost my vote. You hold the most land, so I shall vote for you. Come on, somebody declare war against them. They lost the Liberty War, so therefore, Crown authority lowered. We're waiting for them to get attacked, so they'll be distracted. And you got West Francia and Croatia on your side. Do it! Oh, wait a minute. They became... them too. It's gonna happen any moment now. Look, if we try to fight against them now, the strength will be similar to fight against these duelists. But they're still gonna take a long time to recover. That's partly the reason why we cannot get rid of her. I thought she converted to a heresy. No, she's part of that. And there's no way of getting rid of him. I can see the intrigue. You don't even need to have a murder scheme. We can destroy their army, but when their forces land on the coast, then we'll have to deal with them too. We only have one ally. It's an old trusted ally of ours. Hey. A little backup will be fine. You got it. But bearing in mind, there's going to be peasant rebel. We'll deal with them first. And then... Zachlumia. One more child, hopefully a daughter. Oh boy, a big man, Radislav. A big man with a small force, that keeps crying, you know. Let's crush the rebellion. We're given 2 months. Even though we took too long, so... they're going to be a considerable force to fight against us. That's why I'm not pulling away from the strategy. Yeah, sure. Wasn't sure. But we do need a little bit of allies here. Hey, Kanini, you got anything going on? What happened to her? Gangrene. Oh, damn. It would be marrying down, it says. Oh, I got it. I just did some thinking in my head. Oh, barely. You bad man. Look, we're about to make our decision here, so... Ah, of course, the Dalmatian. Unfortunately. Here we go. Beneventian claim on Duchy of Capua. Now they're easily going to be distracted. Let's do it now. Get that claim. I'll take the lead. Turn 16? No, it's been for a while. Risking my life here, because you know I'm a wounded man. Further increase the taxes. Not well fortified. Another son. Another handsome son. Ostoja, so I'll call you. It's gonna be the last child unless I wish to remarry with somebody, but she's my lover. She's been good to me. Also, development just finished. So give it another 5 years. Oh, we got you. Yeah, money's no good to me. Actually, no. So we got those two. So, I mean, we do have the heir to the realm too, so you'll pay a little. Sucker. Your low character is the subject of Greek plays. That's what it says to me. Now all we need is Pagania. want you to fabricate the claim on this area too, and begin your work to try to shorten that truce, because I would hate for it to take long. At least this is finally developed land. Also, importantly, another temple holding, Glamots, city of Duvno. Stop with the development and spread the Bosnian culture down here. I want Zachlumia. And then after that, well then there will be 2 Bosnian bands in the future. When is this damn woman going away in 4 years? I could be dead soon. If this keeps up, then Count Tomasz takes over. Which, well, they're not really good infested lands. My wound has finally healed. It will not elude me much longer. Okay, how about 2 more perks, and then I'll switch to a different focus. Likely diplomacy. The income is fine from where we are. Breaking a truce would lose my level of fame. Once you're done fabricating that claim, then we shall convert here. Not interested in Canine, nor the Greek areas of Dalmatia, unless there's another big revolt. Then I may consider. Branimir's come of age. Skilled tactician, aggressive attacker. Just nodding my head. Jiminy Christmas, look at the big raiding force from Malat. Where did they get all this? Mercenaries? Nope, that's actually all their levies. Following the death of Tezalović, I asked my son Goislav what he thought. He expressed doubts about whether any god would want the realm to be ruled such a harsh law. This is a letter lesson in moderation of all things. Oh no, they're coming here. Thousand raiders. Well, we can't deal with them with our strength. Or you can have a bigger claim for all of Zachlumia, where we could just get both. Basically, okay, all of Zachlumia will be mine. Because I did say we want this county and the title too. Not sure about having you around. I do have the claim of the Banate. Now all we need to do is, well, wait for the truce to expire, which will be 4 years' time. And begin the conversion. 4 years it'll turn Bosnian and then Christiani. Tomas has a claim of this area. It's not Bosnian territory, but wonder how you got that. I mean, if it helps. Oh, this again. Calais? Missing supplies. I've contacted many available merchants to see who could best supply my armies and what they need. One trader had very good prices, and I made arrangements to get most of my army's provisions from him. When it was time to pick up the shipment, he and his goods were nowhere to be found. When I find that swindler, I have his head. Now we have much lower supply capacity, but then again, it's not a concern because we don't travel very far in expedition wars, since our wars tend to be localized. So it's fine. Let's just pick up one more perk and then we'll get out of here. Or, let's do it. Get the whole damn thing. So just give me the title, even though I would much prefer to get rid of him as well, by, revoking the title, the county title, and then it will be held by us Bosnians. Let's take it over. So we'll end this episode by taking the Banate of Zachlumia. What? Damn it! Try to stop myself, but it doesn't matter because once we get it, we got the title. And then we'll kick them out one last time. Tyrannical move, but still. Zachlumia is ours. Now, we want you out of here. We're going to besiege you one more time. You traitor. I knew you always have issues with me. Begin the siege once more. Brother betrayed me. Well, that means more land for myself. But they're already busy with their other wars. Once we take this over, we're gonna go up there and kick their can. Pagania will be Bosnian too. Unless I want to appoint one of my children to be, the Ban of Zachlumia, just to make things easier for him. Plus we got 20 more gold. We won't make it in time for this potential battle before the siege. Desertion. Oh, we may save this siege. Now they're running off. They decided to get away. It's one little stop where we get them both. Kick them out. Right, to finish the county control. Now, down here. Many more places that we can really get them control. Let's speed it up. The episode's about to be over. We know what the result's going to be. We imprison them both. Now you can get the hell out of here. Because this is now Bosnian territory. Now as for you, my castrated brother, because you had a bad treatment, and you could have been the one, but you've screwed it up. And also your title will be revoked. Now with that, ladies and gentlemen, it almost starting to look like the modern borders of Bosnia and Herzegovina. But if we can only get Zachlumia as well, but that's only if the Byzantine Empire hits a huge revolt, and Dalmatia is not involved. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the episode with that note. So we'll see what we can do to get everything under control, and who's going to run what in parts of Bosnia, as well as, well, since I'm the holder of both the Banates of Bosnia and Zachlumia, then that's very good. Now, if you want to create a kingdom, again, you have to be independent, control one more county, and you need 500 gold. So, title has the same or higher tier than primary title of your liege, as in, be independent. That's the mission. Even though the splits of Bosnia and Zachlumia will happen often, but at least it'll be under our dynasty's control. And we'll try to get more control in about a couple of years' time, a couple of months' time, where I'll pick up one more perk, then switch to domain. That's our plan for this part of for the next episode. But until then, so long for now.